Hi guys! Welcome back. It has been a hot minute since I last uploaded anything to YouTube. My apologies. Things have been crazy. We had, another lockdown here in South Africa and alcohol got banned and, long stories. However, things have also been really great. So I just wanted to take a moment to thank every single person who bought a copy of Ephemera. Guys, they're gone. They finished. I ordered 100 and 100 are gone. And there've also been 10 copies sold, I think 5 ebooks and 5 physical copies off Amazon. So thank you so much to every single one of you that's bought a copy. You've made the book such a success, and I can't tell you how much that means to me, because it means that I can carry on doing this thing that I love so much. Like, I can produce more, I can, show you more of my work in the future. I can use all that money that I got from, selling this book to create another one. And yes, that just, it means the world to me to be able to keep on doing this and, just send my work out there into the world. So thank you to everyone who bought a copy of Ephemera. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. So to say thank you to everyone who's bought a copy, I have decided to film this video and do something that makes me incredibly uncomfortable. Read one of my stories out loud to you guys. I tried to do this when I was interviewed by the local paper. I sat with the journalist and she was like, okay, read something from the book. And I turned into a complete moron the second the camera went on. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know if I get performance shy, because there's no one in the flat tonight. Burner's out. I'm just here by myself. So hopefully I can do a better job of reading this story to you guys than what I did of trying to read the story when the journalist was filming me, because that was bad. It did not go well. It didn't make it onto any kind of platform, and hopefully it never sees the light of day. Penny, if you're out there, just delete that video. If you're watching this, if you're out there, you see this, delete that video. We're going to try again tonight. Think of it as a big thank you to you guys for all you people who bought the book, and also maybe an early Valentine's Day present. I'm out here trying to share the love. So I suggest you go get comfortable, get something warm to drink, go get a snack, and pause the video first. Go get a snack, go get something to drink, come back here, and I will read you one of my stories. Let's do this. It came from outer space and wouldn't shut up. Just so you know, I'm not a big fan of the term space invader. It makes it sound like I have no respect for personal boundaries, and I'm really not that kind of guy. It was stuffy in the interrogation room, and Agent Brommer was coming to the end of his patience. He and Agent Slate had been interrogating the alien for hours and were getting nowhere. "Enough!" Brommer shouted, slamming his hands down on the metal table, making it rattle. His palms burned. "Tell us why you're here and what you want." The alien was not intimidated and gave the judgmental look mothers get when their children throw tantrums in public. Hours of questioning, and they had only managed to get his name out of him, information that was useless. Brommer looked upon the alien with disgust. Its slimy green skin and bulbous, vein-covered head gave him the heebie-jeebies. They were small creatures, skinny, about half the height of an average human, with massive yellow eyes, the shape of American footballs. The alien wrapped its 4 thin green fingers around the drink it had insisted on receiving upon its arrival, an extra-large Coke from McDonald's. It sipped at the drink with its jagged little mouth, making no eye contact as Brommer and Slate looked on. It finished its sip, then said, "Did your mother never teach you it's considered rude to stare? That's true even on my home world." "Why are you attacking our planet?" asked Agent Slate. The marathon interrogation was taking a toll on her too. Earth had come under attack by an alien invasion just less than 24 hours ago. Thousands of gigantic ships the shape of Nautilus shells appeared in the sky above every continent, and chaos shortly ensued. Soldiers on the ground recovered this chatty specimen. The alien vehicle it was riding in had malfunctioned, and it was forced to perform an emergency ejection. He was immediately taken prisoner and brought to the institution for questioning. Brommer and Slate knew that the assignment to get information out of him was going to be difficult, but nothing could have prepared them for how annoying he had turned out to be. "It's very presumptuous of you to assume that this is an attack," said Kwezi. "You know nothing about us or our culture. What if this is just how we say hello?" "Like hell it is," shouted Brommer. Kwezi calmly put his drink back on the table. "Let me ask you something. If your boss told you to do something, would you do it? I got a family to support, man. You think humans are the only ones with kids to feed? The alien clicked his purple tongue, crossed his arms and frowned. I gotta say, I have taken over a lot of worlds in my time, but you guys are definitely the most self-absorbed species I have ever come across. Fuck. I can't believe this, sighed Agent Slate as she walked away, rubbing her temples. She then turned to Brommer. The fate of humanity depends on the information we can extract from this thing. I would understand if it just sat there not saying anything, but this? Cool it, Agent Slate, said Brommer. The last thing he needed in the middle of an interrogation was a meltdown from his partner. Kwezi continued to speak. One time, we took over a planet inhabited by a race of frog people. They didn't even put up a fight, and you know why? They understood that we were just doing our jobs. You guys like to say that we report to the mothership. Well, guess who runs the mothership? That's right, my boss. Let's just torture the information out of him, said Slate, taking off her jacket and rolling up her sleeves. I'll get my pipe wrench. Agents, said Kwezi, if you so much as lay a finger on me, I'll squirt corrosive acid on both of you through my pores. You can't do that, said Slate. You don't know what I can do, said the alien. But if you're willing to take a chance, then by all means go get your pipe wrench and let's find out. An uncomfortable silence followed before Kwezi smirked. I didn't think so. Just tell us why you're attacking our planet, shouted Slate. Do you think I wanted to be an intergalactic conqueror of worlds, asked Kwezi. Who the hell wants that? I wanted to be a dancer. But the health insurance sucks and my parents made me do the responsible thing and get a real job. Do I like it? No. Does it pay the bills? Duh. I actually can't wait to get back to my home planet when all of this is over. The family and I just moved to a new house in one of those gated communities. You know, the kind that keep the riffraff out? It's really something. We are having a housewarming this weekend. All my buddies are coming over. It's going to be out of this world. I can't with this, said Slate on the verge of tears. I really would prefer if he just refused to speak. You know they're coming to get me, right? It's not like you can just get away with abducting one of us like this. And they don't knock. They're going to rip the roof off of this place with one of those big robots we ride around in. You saw them, right? The ones with the claws that shoot lasers. Let them come, said Brommer. We aren't going to get what we want out of you anyway. And even if we did, it's probably too late. Now that's just the kind of defeatist attitude my species looks for in a less developed race to overpower and steal from, said Kwezi. But don't worry, Agent Brommer. It'll all be fine in the end. I don't understand why some species act like getting taken over by us is the end of the world. Did you ever consider that we would make things better for you? I've seen some of the movies your kind make about us, and to be frank, I'm very offended. That is some hate speech right there. The intolerance. What do you mean steal from? Asked Brommer. Kwezi looked at the watch-like device attached to his wrist. Its digital display flashed an array of unidentifiable symbols, and Brommer found himself instinctively reaching for his Glock. Calm down, Agent Brommer, said Kwezi, not looking up from his device. If I wanted you dead, you'd be dead. But I guess there's no harm in me answering your question. He turned the device off and looked up at them with his yellow football eyes. We have come to take your sugar. Slate's face scrunched up in confused disgust. You are desolating an entire planet for sugar. In any and all forms it comes in, said Kwezi, picking up his Coke and giving it a shake while smiling at them. Fructose, galactose, maltose, all of it. If it ends in toast, it belongs to us now. We've carried out invasions for far less in the past. This one time we took over a planet because our queen had a fight with their queen over a casserole dish that was never returned. At least that was the official story, but I smell conspiracy. You can't just slaughter us and rob us of all our sugar, yelled Brommer. He looked up at the video camera in the corner of the interrogation room. Are you guys getting this? First of all, said Kwezi, we can do what we like, because we're the ones with the giant killer robots. Secondly, we are not going to slaughter all of you. That would be barbaric and unnecessary, but most of all a waste of our resources. And third, have you had a look at the obesity rate of your planet lately? If anything, we are doing your calorie-clogged backsides a big favor. Trust me, our scientists did the research, and the data clearly shows Earthlings are in serious need of a strict diet. And if you get some exercise while we chase you around with our robots, then even better. The alien gave pause, and his eyes scanned over the grim expressions plastered on the agents' faces. "Oh, cheer up, guys," he shouted excitingly, pushing himself away from the table and throwing his hands in the air. "You aren't considering the advantages of a mass culling like this. I promise you, once this is over, the lucky 100 million of you that are left are going to be so much happier. Sure, in the beginning it will be a difficult adjustment. You'll have to clean up all the rubble and corpses, but after that you'll be on the up and up. Your economics will boom, and your environment will flourish. Fewer people, more space, more food to go around, more jobs and less pollution always make for an overall happier planetary population. We've seen this many times. Obviously, there's a strong chance you opt for the dystopian recourse, which inevitably leads to a total collapse of society, cannibalism, and eventually mass extinction. But that's really up to you guys, how you choose to handle your apocalypse. My people aren't in the business of telling other beings what to do. Best of all, the people you don't like will probably be dead. Sure, some of the ones you do like will also be dead, but life's a trade-off. Did you say there will only be a few 100 million of us left when you are done? Asked Slate. Yeah, we normally wipe out around 95% of a population, the alien responded. Give or take a few million. I don't know. I'm not the numbers guy. He's on the mothership with my boss. Goddamn bean counter. Never has to do a stitch of field work, and he earns more than me. How's that for a kick in the acid glands? Slate and Brommer looked at each other. The colour drained from their faces and their knees weakened. They both turned to look at Kutsu, but said nothing. Don't look at me like that, said Kutsu. The casualties would have been far fewer if you people didn't kick up such a fucking fuss. You could have learnt a thing or two about submission from the frog people of Amphibia 9. Vibrations made their way across the soles of Brommer's feet. Subtle at first, but then stronger, until the whole room began to shake violently. Dust fell from the ceiling, and lamps swung to and fro. A cacophony of metal scraping against metal and crumbling concrete ruptured the air as the floor cracked underneath them. "Watch out," shouted Brommer as he tackled Slate to safety before half the room was ripped away, nearly taking her with it. Choked and blinded by the dust cloud that filled the air, the agents lay on the floor coughing and spluttering. The dust cleared away by a gust of wind, revealing one of the giant robots. Another alien, identical to Kudzu, sat inside, glaring at them through the concave windshield. "That would be my ride," said Kudzu casually, as if a taxi he had called had arrived. Brommer helped Slate to her feet, and they dusted themselves off. A chrome tentacle emerged from the robot and slithered its way towards Kudzu. "I've enjoyed our time together, and I consider you friends. So," said Kudzu, "I'd like to give you two some advice before I go. Find a nice, quiet, and safe space to ride this out. It's going to take a maximum of 5 Earth days for us to finish our work here, and then we'll leave. I know you humans like to think you can control everything with your guns and your missiles, but listen to what I'm telling you." He pointed up towards the sky and motioned around with his finger. "All of this is way bigger than you, and your little sapiens' brains need to accept that." The tentacle wrapped itself around the alien's waist as Slate and Brommer watched in quiet shock. "Not so tight, Catalaxia! I'm not a piece of Gorgosian steak," Kudzu shouted to his counterpart. He then turned to Slate and Brommer for the last time. "Trust me," he said, as he was being lifted out of the ruined room. "This could have been so much worse for you guys. Most other aggressive intergalactic species either enslave or experiment on their takeovers. Let me just say that out of all the stuff in your movies I was talking about earlier, the rectal probing is about the only thing you got right. The Kremlins do that. They're fun to party with, but are total freaks. If a species has a hole, they want to stick something in it." The giant robot strutted off into the sunset. Brommer and Slate could do nothing but watch while their world crumbled down around them. That's it. That's the best I've got for you guys tonight. I'm sorry if it was a little messy in places. I'm a writer. I'm not a prepared reader. I don't know if you guys ever did that in school. Prepared reading, unprepared reading. Suck at it. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. And I hope to see you guys soon. If you still are interested in a copy of Ephemera, I might do another print run sometime soon. But in the meantime, the ebook is available on Amazon, so you guys can go check it out in the description below. Please give this please give this video a like and a share and a comment and all the good YouTube things. And once again, thank you so much to every single person who bought a copy of Ephemera. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. And I hope I see you guys soon. let's see what I do for the next video. Who knows? Life's unpredictable. Bye!